Welcome back to Sirantwi Education channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for me if you have not done so. In this video, I'm going to take you through step-by-step way of writing your pet phase 3 report and make sure that you get maximum marks. If you follow this video carefully, you will understand exactly what the examiners or markers or your educators are looking for and how to avoid the most common mistakes. So, PET phase 3 report, I'm going to divide them into three different sections or three different parts. So, the first video will be part one that covers cover page, abstract, table of content, and then writing introduction. Then part two will be the main discussion and analysis. And then part three will be findings and recommendation, as well as conclusion, and then inserting references. Right. So what's phase three all about? Before we begin, let's take a look at the phase three, what phase three constitutes. Now, phase three is your final report, which combines everything from phase one, that is your investigation, and then also your research questions. Then it also take into consideration your phase two. That's the data that you collected through questionnaire, the spreadsheet analysis in the form of graphs and then also tables, then database work in a form of queries and then also report. So basically we'll combine these two. Um, then also, um, let's take a look at the structure of the phase three. That's the part one, understanding the structure of the report. Now, before you start typing, you must know the correct structure of your report. Now, the structure of the report starts from one. I'm going to just type them here. One is the cover page. And then also we have the abstract, which the abstract should be on the cover page, table of content, as well as table of figures. And then we also have the introduction, then discussion and analysis, then findings, and then recommendation. And also references. And then finally, appendices. Right, so this should be the structure of your PET phase 3. Right, now, if your structure is wrong, you are going to lose some marks. So make sure that you follow this structure. Now let's start or let's begin with our cover page. Now your cover page must contain the following. One, it should contain your name and then your surname, the name of your school, the pet topic that you have selected, then also the abstract, which is the short summary of your entire investigation. And then also, if possible, you can put a picture and then the date that you created this report. Now, make sure that you use content controls where possible. So I'm going to start by creating the first cover page, how to create a cover page and put some of these information. So first of all, you can just have a new page and then you go to insert, then cover page. So you can choose any existing cover page. Let's say you want motion cover page or integral cover page. So this is where you are going to put your abstract, and then that's where you're going to put your name and then also the document title. So you need to take note of that. Um, so you put your abstract here, which is a brief summary, and then you're going to put your title over here. So as you can see here, your title must be taken from your PET phase 1. So this is your title or the topic of your investigation. You need to type them inside the document title. The impact of online service on consumers. Now, so this is the main title, which is the word at your fingertips, and then the impact, you put it there. Then the abstract, which is the brief summary of your PET. Now, before you can write the abstract, you should be done with your entire PET, which I'm going to show you. The abstract example must start with like your introduction, like online shopping has become a popular way of consumers to buy goods due to its convenience and accessibility. However, it also presents risks such as scams and the privacy issues. Then the investigation focused on the impact of online shopping on consumers by analyzing its benefit, risk, and then the influence on consumer behavior. Data were collected through questionnaire and then secondary sources like books, internet, and others. The findings show that so now the abstract must start with your brief introduction and then also the aspect that you investigated and then your findings and conclusion. So the findings show that while consumers enjoy the convenience of online shopping, many are concerned about security risk. The report concludes that consumers can benefit from online shopping if they follow safe practices. So that is how we write an abstract brief. You summarize your introduction, the aspect that you investigated, and then a summary of your key findings. So that one should be done after you are done with your entire PET because you don't know what you concluded. So that you put them here under find abstract. It should be here. Then your name and surname must be here as the author. And then you can put your date. If the date is not there, you can put the date control there. The date must be there. And then the school. So maybe here I can put a school there. Then you can also put the content control. If it's not there, you can put the date also there. So this must be there. Don't forget the cover page must contain this information. Is a must. Um, the name and surname, your school name, and then the topic and the meaningful abstract. All of them must be having a content control. So these are the content controls we are referring to. Then you change this image, you right click and choose change picture from this device. So that if you have any picture over there, you can select the picture. If you don't have any picture, you can choose from online. From online source, and it should be related to your topic. So don't forget, you cannot be doing online shopping and then you search for other pictures. So online shopping, you can search for it. Or if you don't have access to internet, you can download it and then you save it. So you can pick any of these as the online shopping, maybe buy online, then you click on insert. So that should be your cover page. Very, very important so that you can get that particular mark. Right. Now, when you are done with your cover page, the next thing is to insert automatic table of content, which will be the second page. So your table of content should be here. So you choose table of content, then you go to home, make sure you choose heading 1 style. Now, if you want to modify this heading 1 style, you right click and choose modify. You can change the color. Remember, it should be consistent. So if you want the color to be red, you select the color. And if you want to also change, maybe it should be bold and underline, and then the font should be having a specific font. Arial is fine. Then you choose automatically update, so that this one will be heading 1 style. Right. Then under the table of content, you can start by inserting table of content because it can be updated. So you go to references, table of content, custom table of content, and then you choose maybe 2 levels. We have 2 levels, classic, and then the options should be heading 1 and heading 2. If you choose heading 3, you can choose that one. If you created your own heading style, also you can choose that particular one. Just have the table of content over here. If it doesn't show, remember when you are done, you just right click and choose update field. Then you choose update entire table. The reason why I wanted to start by creating your table of content is that so that then you go back and then at least you have some marks over there. Then you must also insert, you double click at the bottom and then you insert the page numbers. In most cases, learners forget to insert page numbers. You need to insert page numbers, otherwise you are going to lose some marks. So you go there and choose page number. Then you select different first page so that the first page will not be numbered. And then it will start at 1 over here. So basically that is it. The first part, to have your cover page done, and then also your abstract with your table of content, and then also your page numbers. Right. So that is all about part 1. Part 2 is going to be introduction. No, part 1 also includes introduction. Sorry for that. So here we have inserted our table of content. Then after that, if you have table of figures, you can also type table of figures. Don't forget to also choose maybe heading 1. Table of figures will be the list of all the um, images, tables that you have inserted, the captions that you have. You have a list of them. That will be table of figures. Now, to move to the next page, you need to insert page break. Remember, the rubric says page break must be inserted, not doing it manually. So you cannot be pressing enter like that. No, it should be page break. So you can do that by pressing Control plus enter, or alternatively, you go to insert and then you choose page break. Now, when you go to home, the markers will always check that page break was inserted, not done manually. Then the next heading will be introduction. Also, you choose heading 1. Then you are going to write your introduction. Now, let's go to the introduction section, what is needed over there. Your introduction must give a clear overview of the problem. That should be the first part. State the purpose of the investigation. Show what aspects were investigated, in other words, the focus area, and then include only relevant information. So basically, your introduction gives background of the topic, the purpose of the investigation, and what you are investigating. So that is basically what your introduction should constitute. For example, if your topic is online shopping, you must explain what is online shopping, Why is it important? Why are you going to analyze um, that kind of what information? Or what are you going to use to analyze it? It must be clear and then relevant. That's what you have to do. Now, let's take a look at a typical introduction over here. Like first of all, you start by writing um the first part, which is the clear overview of the problem or the background. And that's the one that I've highlighted in green. Online shopping has become one of the most widely used online services in modern society. Consumers can now purchase goods such as clothing, electronics, groceries, and then household items from platforms such as Take-A-Lot, Shein, Temu, and other online stores without visiting physical shop. This has made shopping more relevant or convenient, faster, and accessible to people both locally and then internationally. However, the rapid growth of online shopping has also introduced challenges such as online scams, fake websites, delayed deliveries, and the risk to personal financial information. So here I'm just giving a brief background of the topic, why online shopping is important, and then the risk involved. So you must give a brief background, which must be taken from your PET phase one task definition. Remember the task definition you wrote about why you are doing the investigation and others. Then the purpose of this investigation is to examine the impact of online shopping on consumers. This PET therefore aims to understand both the benefit and then the risk involved or involving online shopping. So here we are talking about the aspect that we have investigated. So that's the benefit and then the risk involved. So you can write this in your own words. You don't have to go and then copy from somewhere, then you paste. If you copy them, you need to do citation. Right. Then after that, the key aspect that were investigated are the advantages of online shopping, the risk or the challenges faced by consumers when they are shopping online, the effect of online shopping on consumer behavior, and then the safety measures that can be used to reduce these risks. So make it short and very simple. At least 3 paragraphs will be enough by defining what online shopping is, its benefit, why you are doing the investigation, and then also the aspect that you areas that you focus on, which must be taken from your PET phase one task definition. Right. So this one must be there under the introduction. Don't forget, make it short and then you put it there. Please, the font should be the same. So if all of them you're using the same font, don't change the font, should be the same type of font. Right. That's all about the section one or the first aspect of phase three report. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and then also so that you can get more of this video. If this video has helped you, don't forget you must like, subscribe, and share with your classmates. For more CatPet guidance, stay tuned for other sections. See you in the next video. Thank you.